Ayo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another live on YouTube. Sorry, it's been a long time I haven't been on. Okay, um, if you have any question about Texas versus Oklahoma game, spam them on the chat, and I'll answer y'all's question about Texas or this whatever it's okay. So here I want to talk about. Okay, here's what I want to talk about this game. It's going to be. This game is going to be it. This game is going to be a really very, 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 very tough game. Okay, so I think Texas might win the overtime plus whatever 150, 59 every time to win. So anyway, with that, Alex, um, yeah, if you have any questions about the Texas game against OU this weekend. I can't wait to see this game. I'm probably going to be in Abilene to watch it, maybe, whatever. I'm going to be at my granny's anyways. Um, yeah, I'm very excited for this game because we actually, let's see, I'm not going to game, I'm just watching it at my granny's house, but I'll be like pretending to be on the section 14 on the house watching the game, in the Longhorn side. But completely, it's going to be a very, very, very tough game because back in when Texas beat Oklahoma in 2008, 2009, 13, 15, 18, and everything. But I think Texas is going to have this win this year because I could tell we have a good offense and defense. OU had to oh OU had their beef. Okay, let me tell you all something a little about the OU fan booing their own quarterback, Spencer Rattler. Okay, so the reason why OU fans do not like Rattler, just like us, we hate Rattler. We hate everything when he does. Okay, we can be on the group that have the same thing. As you know, Texas is way more better than Oklahoma since a year. But the past 13 years for us and 10 for them. Okay, they've been beating us for 10 years. We beat them a long time, right? As soon as possible, this team's gonna be like really very tough game for them. Week that on this season, I think. Yes, a whole Texas fan and Oklahoma State because I want to hear every fan do it. That will be the greatest history of all for Texas and that. I want to see that happen. I want to see that if they do that, and then we'll see if they do. But currently, like I said, I think Texas could beat Oklahoma this year because Oklahoma been beating us for 10 years as soon as possible. But if Texas literally beats Oklahoma this year, oh my, they're going to blow my mind. I'm going to be so happy, so proud if Texas beat Oklahoma. I think it's going to happen. I think my final score will be for this game on Saturday between Texas versus Oklahoma. I think Texas is going to win. I think the final score is going to be Texas 68. OU is going to get 14. And I think that should be the greatest game in history. What time does that game start? It starts at 11 a.m. So you might have to get up like 10:30-ish to wake up in the morning wearing your Longhorn burnt orange Saturday morning, But I think it's going to happen because Texas has many players. Jared said, Texas, right? 16, yeah, that would be a good game. I think Texas is going to win. And as I knew, for one reason on this game, I thought to myself, I was like, can Texas prove Oklahoma this year? I think they can. I think they because the Texas, our team, the Longhorns, we won 4 national titles. They only got whatever they have. Okay? But we beat Nebraska in the Big 12 championship back in 2009 after we beat Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl. All right? We planned this for years, okay? Our goal is, like Coach Sark said, our goal is to win the national title, right? He wanted to win the championship. This is all gas, no brakes. Texas always all gas, no break this year. They're never going to lose. They're never going to lose to OU because Texas has more winners. And we just got back. We got back to rank number 21. It's like the last time we were on it, right? Against Arkansas. I think Arkansas is a really good team, but Texas they wouldn't. If Texas would have proved themselves to beat Arkansas, we would have shown Oklahoma we beat them, right? Even though we beat Texas Tech, the final score was Texas 70 and Texas Tech 35. What on earth Texas Tech been doing? At a minute, they lost to one team and they win 5 games. They won 5 games and 1 loss. The last 14 years for Texas to win many games, they've been happening. Like, whoever does, like, we want our golden hat back. We need our hat back because usually Texas Tech has been horrible, just like the OU been the worst team in the NCAA. They lost to Oklahoma State. They lost to Texas. They lost to Nebraska. They lost to Colorado. They lost to Kansas. I remember that year. Long time ago when Baker Mayfield was playing with the Sooners and they were playing against Kansas. Kansas was overrated just like Oklahoma is, right? I think going to happen. The reason why Texas is way more better, they've been connecting themselves to work on their offense and defense and everything they have. They've been practicing for a whole week long for this coming up this week. But I can guarantee y'all guys, I can show you the way that if Texas beat Oklahoma this year, if they can prove themselves, I'll be gladly to see that Texas is going to destroy Oklahoma. I think it's going to happen. Even my friend says that Texas is going to beat Oklahoma. I want to see that happen. I want to see if Texas win 4 straight overtime. If they have to win this, can be Texas dominating, beating Oklahoma. That will be the new meme for Oklahoma lose. Right? Oklahoma State have been beating Oklahoma Sooners in the past 3 years. Oklahoma State has literally destroyed Oklahoma the next year or the following year, just like Texas is going to do the same thing at them. Right? But the reason why I hate Oklahoma, they've been cheating in the past 3 years. Me too. I want to see the wagon from the Sooners falling the ground again. I would be so happy if they making a meme on Oklahoma fans. I want to see that happen. I want to see Oklahoma fan crying. I want to see they lose to Texas, and I want to see the wagon fall down. I would be gladly happy to see that because I do not like Oklahoma at all. I like Oklahoma State, but I do not like Oklahoma Sooners because I'm a Longhorn fan. I go for Oklahoma State to need to win to beat OU. Like many times when Texas played Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl for years, we've been playing at the Cotton Bowl. We've been playing them in the Big 12 championship at Dallas Cowboy Stadium the following years. And normally we have the same amount that Oklahoma's been losing to. Oh, Oklahoma's been overrated since the year and the year and after the following year. They lost to Texas Tech. They lost to West Virginia. They lost to Oklahoma State. They also lost to Baylor. Baylor beat Oklahoma. So did us. We beat Texas Tech. Is the overrated team because like Oklahoma is right now. If Texas literally beats Oklahoma, OU's record is gonna be 5-1. We're gonna be 5-1. And I want to see the rematch again. If Texas played Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship game, I want Texas to beat them. No matter what. I want the Golden Hat back for a really strong year. OU is too high ranked. Texas is too low ranked. Well, Texas is going to be this high. OU is this low, right? Texas way more better than high. They've been the highest ranked since the. Right now we're in rank 21. OU is ranked number 6. If we beat Texas, if Texas beat Oklahoma, I swear on my life, OU is going to go way down, and Texas is going to be on number 6. I want to see Texas need to be on the rank on number 6. If Texas beat Oklahoma, it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I think Texas could have the good offense and defense, and then their kicker. Our kicker sucks. They're good to kicker. He's not good enough. We've been wanting to get a new kicker. I love Digger to kick in the past. He kicked the field goal to 60, whatever, like 49 yards to kick the field goal, the game-winning kick versus OU in 2018. I was I've been dying liking it, and until I fell in love with him. I still like him, but the reason why he's bad at kicking because he's been kicking missing field goals since a year after the following year after that. He didn't remember 3 years because we had having him since the year when Texas got him. But I think Texas is going to win this game. If Digger can kick the middle of the goalpost to not miss a kick every single game. Right? I need Texas to win this game. I really do. Will Central ball kick get better? Yes, I think it's Central High School right now tonight between Central versus Midland High Bulldogs. I think if Central can be better the way offense and defense just like Texas Longhorn is, imagining Central will beat Midland, beat the Permian, and beating Abilene High. Central beat Abilene High for 2 years or 3 years. Yeah, Central beat Abilene High 3 years. And Abilene High have none beating us. They've been overrated. But Abilene High has, if they want to compete against Central this Thursday, this next following Thursday, the last game of the all, I think it's gonna be the bloodiest game I want to see. Is the all I want is this to beat Abilene High, and so until Abilene High can get better next year to beat Middle Legacy, because Middle and Legacy, they have been working their butt off. They're undefeated. Abilene High is not. Of course, they win 2 games and 4 losses. How you can beat many games, right? Lakeview is way worse than. Let me tell you about Lakeview, okay? So tomorrow, Lakeview playing at home, right? They're playing against somebody. And they literally win 2 games and 4 losses this year. 2 games, wins, 4 losses, right? Central can literally do everything. Lakeview sucks. They're only 4-8. Yes, they are. Lakeview been 4-8 this year because they cannot make the 5A. I want to see Wiley beats. I want to see guaranteed and see Wiley beats Lakeview. I want to see that happen. I want to see they can make that rematch. Wiley used to play Lakeview since 2008, 2009, 2004. And now I think that it's been better than that. Of course, Wiley won the state championship in 2004. I was only a chunky baby. And I went to see that game. And Wiley won, beat Cuero. Cuero was overrated back then in 2004. They lost to many teams. Of course, they lost to Gilmer. Gilmer has them way more better than Cuero has. I think I want to see Gilmer versus Cuero, and I want to see Wiley against Cuero at Wiley Stadium. I want to see that happen. The rematch since 2004, the state championship in Texas. The state of Texas, you know? We played Cuero at Baylor Stadium at Waco, right? Wiley playing there in the state championship 2004. We beat them. The final score was Wiley 17 and Cuero got 14. They could not be in the lead of us, right? They got in second place. We got in first place, and we won that title. We have never lose since that year, never. And we became undefeated under this year. If Wiley can play any team, the only team I really want to see is Wiley play Lakeview or Cuero game at Abilene Wiley Stadium. I want to see that happen. I want to see the rematch. Could happen in whatever they did. Wiley been playing against Cooper, and Cooper beat Wiley. Wiley Woodall is gonna destroy Raiders. Wichita Falls. Yeah. Wichita Falls Riders, they cannot do anything. If Wiley beats Wichita Falls Raiders, I want to see that happen. If Wiley can destroy them, oh my gosh, I'll be blowing my mind. Going nuts. But currently, right now, it's 4-7, and Oklahoma still sucks this year. Same thing at the high school game is nuts, okay? If y'all have any questions about Texas, putting down in the comments this live chat if you do. Wichita Falls Rider High School, the Raiders, believe it. It is the same as the one team that they have, right? Of course, Cooper beat Wichita Falls. Wichita Falls Rider High School, home of the Raiders. Cooper literally destroyed them. Even Abilene High did. Even for Wiley did too. Like many teams they have been. Sark is doing great so far. I think he is too. I think if Coach Sark can make good plays to not getting wrong plays at all, he's doing great so far. He is. But if he can make good amount of play for offense and defense, I want to see it could happen at this game on Saturday if he can prove Lincoln Riley that we're better than his team. You know? We could have Lincoln Riley be on Texas coach. His dream was want to work at University of Texas, being a head coach at University of Texas, right? He was growing up want to be that. And after that, he's working at Oklahoma right now, right? They're undefeated. They're 5-0. Even after coach should play Sam Ehlinger more than so they can win. Yeah, that's the main thing. If Sam Ehlinger come back and play as the starting quarterback again, I want to see Carson Wentz get hurt. I want to see Carson Winston get hurt. So he can get injured so he can put Sam Ehlinger back in the starting quarterback. Because I do not like Carson Wentz. He used to be the quarterback at the Philadelphia Eagles after he got betrayed the Eagles to go to the Colts. Because of Sam Ehlinger being there. Because Sam was the starting quarterback before Carson Winston came to the Colts with Sam Ehlinger. Carson Wentz is a horrible quarterback. Just like Rattler. Spencer Rattler is a horrible quarterback from OU right now. Did you know the whole OU fan booing at him during the game? I want to see that happen. It's Texas fans and Oklahoma booing on Spencer Rattler, embarrassing him, and letting Texas to win the game. If Oklahoma lets us, I want to see that happen because we do not like Spencer Rattler. Like Texas Longhorn hates him, and Oklahoma fan hates him. Just like just like OU hates us, we hate them. We hate them and they hate us. Right? But if we can all agree booing at Spencer Rattler and his whole teammate and his own coach, Lincoln Riley. That would be the best thing I ever want to see. Of the middle of the game. Like Texas had the ball, not booing on Texas, but booing on OU. That would be the greatest game I want to see if Texas dominate Oklahoma and let all Texas fans cheering, like celebrating their wins, beating Oklahoma, and Oklahoma fans booing their own quarterbacks. That would be the nice thing. I miss Case Keenum. Me too. Case Keenum is a legend for the Wiley Bulldogs. He's a legend. And currently, right now, I think he's on a different team right now. I don't know where he is now, but currently, it's going to be the great game. I just think it's going to happen. And I think Texas is going to be a very, very good. I think Texas might win their. I'll say they win the fourth quarter, or they can win the overtime if we scored again and they won. Their team will score. We score. Their score. We score, and they scored a little bit. Ha! If Texas literally beats Oklahoma, I'm letting that. I will let Devin wear a Texas Longhorn shirt. I told him if Texas beat Oklahoma, he has to wear Texas, and he has to sing the Eyes of Texas and Texas Fight too. I'm gonna make him wearing it because the reason why I do not, I I lost to him 2 times on the bet because I lost to them when Iowa State played against Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship. And I also lost to him when Florida played Oklahoma. I wanted Florida. Stupid internet. You. Did he make you to wear OU shirt if they win, but if they don't win? No, he the no reason why. Stupid internet. But no, he did not make me wearing that. But I told him if Texas literally beats Oklahoma, he has to wear Texas. I don't have to wear Oklahoma. So but reason why, but I think Texas is going to win because my final score is going to be Texas 68, OU 14. I think it's going to happen. I think Texas is going to be the dominating team in the NCAA, trolling Oklahoma Sooner. I want to see that happen. Guys, I hope I get to see y'all. Hook 'em. I can't wait to see. Peace. Texas fight. OU still sucks. And end it.